Oh, okay, so I hadn't pressed the go live button. Sorry for my lateness there, folks. Why isn't it live on YouTube, though? There we go. Right. Mute that one. Oh, finally got there. Hope the stream ain't too bad. Let me know in the chat. I'm on a lower powered computer today, so hi Lost Souls, AMG, Tiff. Yeah, a few technicals going on here. I'm wondering why nothing's working, and I hadn't pressed the go live button, which is nothing new for me. We'll start by afternoon, Ben. Right, let's see what we can do with this. Nick, good afternoon, mate. Where are we going here? Right. Pin message. Okay. So we're back in business. Bon's here. Good afternoon, Bon, mate. How are you doing? Yeah, Nick, I did get your thing on Facebook. Thank you, mate. Obviously, clarifying who you were, so I knew. You know how I get the names mixed up. That new T1000 Nikon is awesome. Wish I had one. Andy, good afternoon, mate. Hope you're not driving and watching. Oh, you naughty boy. Well, good afternoon and welcome to, what should we call it today? Just a catch up, really, isn't it? It's how many here? Okay. Yeah, no problem, Nick. AMG got one. Yeah, all I got, mate, is my old Fujifilm bridge camera. We have got another Canon, but it's too complicated for me to use. And this one does it all. Fuck it, Friday. Yeah, nice one. But is the stream coming through all right? Not breaking down or anything? As some of you know, I've been having a bit of issues with tech here. This isn't the best computer for streaming on, apparently. But well, that's the difference between the 4 gig of RAM that this one's got and the 12 the other one's got. But I'm going to have to put up with this one for a little while that one goes in to get fixed. Gypsy Auditor, good afternoon, mate. Yeah, it will be the picture AMG. I'm not going to try and share any fun. Well, I might do later on, but if I try and share too much, it's going to go ape shit. But the panel is open. We'll see how that goes. For those that are interested, I'm not in my grey joggers today. I'm actually in my combats. The only problem I've got with that at the moment is if I go out and fall over with the fruit and veg shortage on, are the vegans going to jump on me, try and eat my legs? You never know. They might see me as a viable meal, just like the lesbians did when I covered myself in chocolate. Oh dear. How did you? I'm clever like that, mate. Spook. If you knew, you'd all be able to do it, wouldn't you? But no, I think this fruit and veg shit, it's just another way they're restricting what we got. But they're saying they can't afford the heating for the greenhouses. Yeah, it's the other front you want to watch, Ben. And then there's other reports saying they're flooded, but you can't believe anything that comes out from mainstream, can you? And they're still trying to blame it on the war. But I had great fun this morning, and their minute of silence or whatever it was, I was ever so quiet, and I listened to War Pigs by Black Sabbath. Oh, KP Nuts, I'm always ready for combat, mate. Not very fit, but I'm always ready. I've been for years. Now I've lost my lighter. Yeah. But I did have some good news this morning. I got an email from the DWP, WDP, whatever they are, Universal Credit, saying that they will not be pestering me to find work, not to bother preparing for work, as I am totally unfit for work. And I don't even have to send in sick notes or get sick notes, as they're accepting the assessor's decision that I'm no longer fit for work. So DWP, that's it. You know what my memory's like. Yes, I saw, Tiff. You got your flat, didn't you? Excellent. Yeah, I should know, Ben, because my missus has a lot to do with them through her job. Afternoon, Jack. Yeah, I actually had a video call with my doctor today as well, Lost Souls, and he's rushing through the notes to get through to the PIP people and things like that. He said that, yeah, it could have been another TIA the other week, but now there's no way of testing, but he has put it on record and accepted that it happened. I said, well, I can show you it happened. I said, it's on bloody camera, like, you know, or most of it. Adopted little bro. No, I got to publicly thank Jack on here. He's talked me through a few things on the tech and given me a bit of advice. And ultimately, he's probably saved me another couple £100. So thank you, Jack. I appreciate all that advice you've given me. Yeah. I'll tell you what, Ben, yesterday, Jack explaining to me about the computer and what I need. He was coming out with all these terms, and I just didn't have a bloody clue what he was talking about. But he showed me shared screens on how to find information, find data on there and stuff like that. And yeah, I tried it again this morning, so I remembered how to get back into it all. And yeah, working well. All I've got to do is get the casing on the other computer sorted and cleaned, and I'll be back up to me 12 gig of RAM in no time. See, I can even use that talk now. I ain't got a clue what it fucking means, but I can use it. Yeah, we've seen your bits, Tiff. They're going to take some packing, aren't they? Oh, sorry, you're on about your Lego, aren't you? Okay, Jack, not too bad. No worries, mate. You're welcome up. You know that. Sorry, Jeff. I've actually got a video somewhere. I daren't put it up because it's full of knives. Last time we went down to Wales for a week, for a weekend, and the video was showing all the knives and fire starting equipment and the bushcraft equipment on the table. And she's unpacking the suitcase in the other room, and everything I bought was on the table. Like, carry on, films. Roger, Roger. And those that were disappointed that my video didn't stay up on Facebook yesterday, what I did actually copy that and shared it from God Bless the UK. And I noticed they took mine down after it had a warning on it for a few hours, and they took his down, his version of it as well. And I haven't seen another version anywhere. But it was quite horrific if anybody did get to see it before it was taken down. Oh, hang on. We got a knock at the door. Another one for Donna. Oh, pardon me. But because I'm at home all day, everybody in the family that orders anything gets it delivered here because they know someone will receive it. I'm a mushroom kept in the dark and fed on shite. Yeah, Nick. I could probably get it off of God Bless, but the thing is, I can't post it anywhere. It's just no way would it ever get allowed on YouTube, and obviously not on Facebook now either. Sonic's next. No, I don't look on there much, mate. Mainly biology. Makes me a fur. Yeah. That's an old one, Ben. Very old one. But yeah, it just seems now that it's don't talk about the war, they told me. Bollocks to it. KP probably till just after 5, maybe half 5, maybe a bit longer because the missus is going out tonight. So yeah, all this begging going on for bloody armament and what have you. Now China's looking at supplying Russia. Good afternoon, James. I thought most Russian armament came from the Ukraine. It was all managed in the Ukraine, managed and made in the Ukraine. But now, because the Ukrainians have switched over to NATO size rounds, they can't pick up the ammunition from the Russians as they push them back and reuse it because it's a total different caliber on the big guns and small arms. But anyway, I've got a few caves mapped out. If it goes big bang, I can disappear into one of them and live as a troll in a hole. Yeah, I mean, the Russian thing the other day, the celebrations, it was obvious from the clips and that they were bussing people in, people that wouldn't have gone, but they actually laid on state buses and gave them blankets to keep them warm. And I would be surprised if less than 50% of them actually wanted to be there and listen to that speech. Exactly, Nick. I've always said it's not a physical war. This one, there is a bit of a physical side to it, but it's mainly a financial war. At the moment, it's economics, which is falls in line with programs like that. You know, defund a country and then go after it. Well, they're defunding the whole bloody West at the moment, all except America. Excuse me a minute while I just. Okay, that's universal credit again because I asked them exactly how much my monthly payments were going to be, when I can expect them. But yes, Nick, you are correct. You've only got to look at Europe. As I say, America is, although they won't admit it, they are a lot more stable than us. Well, not more stable, they've got more money to fall back on because they've got a bigger population, so they've had more in the coffers. And as we know over there, everything's pay as you go, including medical treatment usually. But I believe that will be changing soon here because they're obviously forcing towards private healthcare, and what we'd call public health will be the basics, unfortunately. What's occurring here? Is the stream frozen up? It's not looking good on YouTube. It's good at your end, it's fine. Yeah, it just looks a bit weird from this end. Plus, well, it's nothing to do with the bandwidth because Heather's using a more powerful computer upstairs. But unfortunately, as always, when it comes to tech, I know nothing. I know nothing. He is entitled to his personal independence payments. Yes, I am apparently, Ben. The assessor confirmed that the other day in the video call, and she was going to recommend that they shouldn't oppose it or anything, but they do their own investigation anyway. And the golden mic for singing, yeah. It's only a cheap one, KP, but it's a lot better than what I was using. Oh, Spy Bandit. And I've also got an elephant in the room. And I've got a cat somewhere as well. Oh, she's over there. But yeah, that's all this, a lot of it to do with Brexit as well. The stuff that we ain't getting from the EU, obviously. It's another form of the punishment that they've been doing all along. We know this. But now we got this shit of the incoming, arriving passengers, I should say, legally arriving passengers. Not everybody say they're being given an amnesty. They're not. What they're doing is, rather than fill out all the forms to claim asylum, all they're going to have to do is fill out a simple questionnaire. And it will get ticked or crossed. Well, we know most of them are going to get ticked. But it's not going to stop them. The problem's going to keep coming because they're not stopping them coming. And we've seen the shit state of the country that's being turned into because of them. And then a pickle Jackwood. You're going to come and play with my circuits. You need a cat cam. Holly, she won't even wear a bloody collar. And every time I put a camera on her, usually she just lays down and curls up, and that's it. She just don't want to know. Dan, good afternoon, buddy. But yeah, with what's going on with the immigrants, I mean, I'm getting reports now constantly, daily, of rapes, harassment, women and girls in particular being bothered by them on the street, being followed by them. We had that stabbing that I put the video out on the other day, and that is a regular occurrence, although it's not always shown. That is at the moment, unfortunately, a very regular occurrence. And if they don't do something soon, they're just going to totally lose control of it. And the big bit that pisses me off is when these people follow the girls and women, you report it to the police and they do absolutely fuck all. Yet they keep telling us that they're going to protect the girls, they're going to protect the women. They should be protecting the whole population. That's what we pay them for. Oh, don't I know the agony of that, Dan? Heather still hasn't told me how much was put back in the bank from them for all the pissingness about. Yes, there was Lost Souls. Simon posted that on Facebook. But see, a lot of these we can't put on YouTube. They just won't allow them to put them up. I'll have a word with the missus for you, Pat. And that is harassment, believe me. Yeah, it's my teeth, Ben. The blow-off valve. Personally, I preferred the bang and the flash out the back. But as you know, that does fuck your turbos up, and it will use a lot more fuel. Yeah, but he can't physically touch you, Holly. Not at the moment, anyway. Not unless you sneaked him over or something. I did glue him in today as well, Ben, to try and cut it down, but it's the gap. It whistles through there. Yet, yeah, exactly. Poor bloke ain't going to know what's hit him, is it? Beardy, good afternoon, mate. How are you going? I'm liking some of them models you've been putting together. I prefer the scratch builds. I was hoping to get out in the shed this summer and do a bit on some of my projects out there, but at the moment it's looking doubtful, so I can't even move in there at the moment. Oh, that's not good, Tiff. Yeah, your little man cave, Beardy. That's what my shed is out the back. It's always been the man cave. When the lads come round, rather than sit indoors, we'd always go and sit out there. And hi, Sarah. Good afternoon to you, my lovely. Working 20. Okay, James, no problem, mate. I know you're a good supporter of the channel. And a good mate as well. I get a whole crafting. Yeah, you got a spare room, ain't you, Tiff? Well, we did have a spare room, and I could have turned it into a studio, but unfortunately, Heather's need to work from home during the pandemic and everywhere else, and still carries on. She needed a home office. And she's got a desktop and a big unit with it all on and the bed settee in there just ain't room for me. And when I'm on the late night streams, I've also got the problem I'd be keeping her awake, and that wall backs onto one of the neighbours' bedroom. So I'm in the position where I'm furthest away from her in bed and the furthest away from the neighbour's wall. Oh, that's the one that you were putting on Facebook, Beardy. Yeah, I understand now. I haven't sent you any pap. Oh, Sarah, sorry, I didn't see that at the beginning. Yeah, the only ones I get. I have noticed actually that more or less every day this week, at least one of the mainstream media channels has put out at least one story about a perverted copper or whatever. Good afternoon, ATL. It might be morning where you are, but it's certainly afternoon here. How are you, mate? Noon. Yeah, that's about right. We're 3 o'clock here, 3 p.m. And to turn the man's. Yeah, that's until his first full-on relationship goes wrong and he wants to move back, Holly. Glad to hear it, ATL. Glad to hear it, mate. There's a lot of shit going on over there about these chemical plant fires and what have you, isn't there? You know, the only one that's been in the news over here is the obviously the derailment. But I'm seeing at least, I think it was 13 at the last count of chemical plants that have caught fire, other trains. Yeah. I have been looking into that. There's one person that I'm with on Facebook. She literally posts everything about that and what they're looking into. No, they don't report them here either, mate. I'm surprised over there with all the smaller TV stations that you get. But to me, it does seem a bit too much of a coincidence that it's all chemical plants that are being hit. Yeah, exactly, ATL. And that's the same with a lot of the police news and what have you over here. You can't trust mainstream, either the tabloids or TV. But yeah, that does seem, well, it raises my suspicion, put it that way. And it's obviously other people are looking at it the same way. On the way. Oh, I hadn't heard that one, Nick. Yes, Stuart. The trouble is, Pap hasn't got enough hours in the day. He'd love to put more out. He's openly told me this, but doing it on his own, he just doesn't have the hours in a day to put out what he wants to put out, unfortunately. But he's still doing a damn good job of it. And to put out so many videos each day, it just shows how much of it there is about. Yeah, that's the trouble with the devolved government there, Beardy. It's you know, they're trying to make up their own rules. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, it's even harder for me, Stuart, because I haven't got the best of equipment at the moment, and I've got a lot of external things going on in my life as well, which don't help. Um, to which point, I very much doubt if she's watching. But I will say, some of you will remember the video I put up of my granddaughter, well, Heather's granddaughter, taking her boxing lessons. Well, I'd just like to say, if she does watch, good luck to your first fight tonight, Eleanor. Fingers crossed, Nanny will be there to watch you. And she's actually got her first fight tonight. So just warm up bouts between the main event, before the main event. Yeah, it's hard, ATL, because it seems as well the 6 actual derailments or explosions on trains over the last few weeks, all the trains have been owned by the same company, apparently, or that's what I've been told. Yes, we do, Sarah, and as you know, I've been sticking to my word of saying that I do take breaks now from it all when I need to. And I will admit, I do feel a lot better for it. I wish I'd have started doing it a bit earlier. I've always given that advice to Dan, but as you know, he chose to ignore me, and I was ignoring myself. So, that was pointed out to me. So, yeah, Tamiya's are very expensive, Beardy. Even the non-motorized kits. Yes, AMG, it does. It does me good because I will sit down and fall asleep. And that's why I haven't been on so many late night streams, because I am trying to get some sort of pattern back into my sleep. Although I don't sleep for long, I would like to sleep at the same time each night, and that way I can work my day around it. Yes, ATL, I will totally agree with that, mate. Totally agree with that. And people don't realise how many countries they have got things in and what they actually do, because yes, exactly, Dan. Exactly, Dan. They deflect the stories. I mean, okay, the Nicola Bully one was a big story here, but I don't think it was for the reason that she'd gone missing. It was for the reason of the police investigation and how it was handled, because that was actually brought up in the first couple of days, wasn't it? Yeah, vicious circle, sir. Vicious circle, as I call it, the roundabout. Yeah, we're the same ATO, and nobody's controlling our bloody borders here by the looks of things. I mean, it's bigger over there because you've got more people and bigger borders, but it's bad enough to us here. And that's just coming in through one place in the country, more or less. Yeah, very toxic, sir. Very toxic. And that's why I use that analogy. I've always said, oh, here we go, back on the bloody roundabout again with the government. Because they do just go round in frigging circles and don't achieve nothing. I mean, they're back to backbiting and trying to get rid of each other again now. I used to order all my remote control gear cheap as possible from China, Ben. The only decent thing I had was the actual controllers themselves. Probably that's why most of mine crashed. Yeah, we are, Sarah, and I've said it many a time. I knew this would come at some point in the future, but I didn't expect to see it actually go this way in my lifetime. What we're living now, back in my day, was science fiction. And it is like a lot of it. You're living in a sci-fi movie. Yeah, there was two of them, Nick. Apparently, two dog walkers. One of them reckoned he was a clairvoyant or something. Can't see it myself, but dystopia. Yeah, they want everybody moving in the same direction at the same time at the same speed.
Roger.
Good afternoon, Jack. I
You
could
alright?
see that was you. I didn't need you to touch your face or anything.
Yeah.
No one else would have an audacity to have a page that loud.
Oh.
Maybe I'll have the computing power to be able to do one myself soon, you know.
Maybe.
Yes, AMG. They are, and it is a central core of them. Everybody thinks it's the WEF, but the WEF have been shut down on so much lately, and I've got to big up our government even for rejecting some of their recommendations after the last meeting. They're the ones that are going to cause the most problem, but the support for them seems to be waning. And I think that's more to do with the truth getting out about what they're trying to achieve. More people are looking into it. And that's what everybody should be doing. You know, never take my word for anything. Never take anybody's word for anything. Always go and look at it yourself. And that's the only way you can make a rational opinion on anything.
Do your own research, basically. Yeah, don't always look at the news and just believe that as 100% fact. Because I hate it when my parents do it all the time. Rather than actually looking at other news sources, they just look at the news and think this is real. I mean, even Dad said, "Oh yeah, but I know that some things are not real in the news." But the thing is, because of the amount of crap that's on BBC News, you can't believe it. You can't.
Yeah. Well, Sarah just says it there. Absolutely right. The worst thing about media, social media, is itself the same as mainstream media. It's consuming itself.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't think any amount of censorship will stop it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yes, and that is the trouble, and that is the problem with a lot of these young little shits that are standing up now, like the little evil Goblin Thomberg. They've never lived a life. They don't know even what life is about. Yet they're trying to preach to people my age what we should do. You know, I survived 60 years. She was only around 15 years when she started. And do you think I'm going to take anything that little bitch says? Not a chance. Afternoon, Rex. Sorry, just in case you didn't hear me earlier.
Rex, when just I haven't heard that myself. When did you hear about that? About McDonald's getting rid of chicken nuggets and replacing them with plant-based? I haven't heard that. I mean, I
saw that somewhere yesterday on
Did you?
Facebook.
Let me have a look, because I haven't heard anything myself of it.
You're in charge for a minute, Jack.
Don't put me in charge of someone else's channel. Can't exactly do anything anyway. So, but how is everyone doing today? Everyone's doing okay. Bill makes McDonald's. That's old.
Right, now, if anybody says me go out to get another one of these, shout at me, simply because this is the last one of my daily allowance, because I drink too many of them.
Yeah. What do you know whether or not if it's a rumor of that actually removing chicken nuggets from the menu and replacing them with
no idea, mate. I can't substantiate. Can't substantiate. What the fuck?
Can't be sure if it's 100%.
Exactly. You know the way my mind works.
Yeah. No, I mean the last story I've looked at is 2014, saying that they're going to, but that's Hong Kong. That's got nothing to do with. It's got nothing to do.
Yeah,
with
this is the thing. A lot of these videos on social media where they're banning stuff from fast food outlets like that. A lot of them, believe it or not, come from Australia.
Wow.
And it's the Australian franchises, other places around the world as well. But most of those reports aren't UK based. If you look into the report, it'll tell you where it's from. Like,
Yeah.
yes, Nick, we will be eating insects, but I'm not going to do it until they look like chickens. Move like chicken, clucks, and lays fucking eggs.
Do you know what is actually interesting, right? Well, it's not. It's not really as much interesting. It's more shocking than anything. How you go to a supermarket now and you order your weekly shop if you can afford it, right? And what you would spend at a weekly shop, say a few months ago, is nowhere near what you're spending now
Oh yeah,
for
you
the same
double it.
items. Yeah, exactly. I
No,
mean, the last time I did the delivery for my just rather than spending money on Uber Eats, getting McDonald's, I thought I'd get a delivery from Iceland. It was around 60 odd quid, right? And if I would have ordered that maybe a few months before, it would have been more.
there you
It would
go.
have been
Just to
less. It would
show
have
that
been
I
less.
do have a bit of salad with me meat.
But yeah,
You got to have a bit of salad with your meat, ain't you?
yeah. That's the thing that I hate. I mean, I'm looking on here, right? Oh yeah, have you known as well? They've massively put the prices up for a McDonald's milkshake now. On just ordering it
Everything will be
online,
going up, mate.
it's almost
Now they
£3 for a
know that the
milkshake.
wars. Now that they know the war's going to continue, the prices will keep rising, and they'll keep using it as an excuse.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah,
just looking at
Doctor.
this.
Sorry, Jack. Rex
No, you're
Sniffer.
okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Dr. John Campbell's been around for quite some time. Yes, you can take most of what he says, but you've got to also take some of it with a little bit of salt. But 9 times out of 10, he's right. Good afternoon, Nathan. I don't believe that's the right Nathan because he's actually banned from this channel. Don't know whether you can look into that, Holly, see if that is the genuine one. Yeah, copy. Thought
Right,
it might
okay.
be. Yeah, Holly's it. Yeah, thank you, Holly.
That's another thing as well. And am I right in saying that if you, ages ago, I remembered having a conversation with someone about using a fake name to pretend to be someone else, whether it be impersonating someone or just creating a fake name on a social media platform. Now, some people have told me in the past that that's actually um, something to do with like being like fraudulent. I think it like being a fraud or something or other. Not exactly.
Basically, as far as I understand it, in law, you can call yourself who you want.
Right. Okay.
But I will say, Holly, if that was the genuine one, you can let him back up.
Right,
I
Glenn.
thought I banned him, but no. Like I said the other day, I've watched him on Glenn's live. He's been behaving himself. My beef with him was just a personal one. I've still got that in the back of my head, but if he wants to come in and chat normally, that's absolutely fine. Good afternoon, Glenn. Sorry, mate, didn't see you drop in there. You know what I'm like. We're trying to concentrate on several things. Tony Garrett, good afternoon to you. Sorry about that, Jack. Talking.
No, you're okay. It's all right. No, it's fine. It's fine. It's no problem. I mean, I was just having a look at
me because I'm still trying to get used to using different pages and to try and make it easier on my eyes and stuff, so I can see everything that's going on.
Do you know with the windows and stuff? Do you ever split the pages in half? So in other words, do you ever move the window to the left or right side of the screen?
Well, on my main, what I find easy when I'm doing these streams, on my main screen in front of me, I've got both reduced as whatever it is, minimize.
Yeah.
Not minimize, cut in half. I've got one half of the screen, which is the StreamYard.
Yeah.
Because obviously I can't moderate the chat in StreamYard.
Yeah.
And then I've got YouTube on the other half of the screen enlarged. So I've just got the chat in front of me so I can operate on that as well.
Okay.
And then on the other screen, I have that so I can go into Google if I want to share something or into my files and stuff like that. And that's what I'm getting used to, is moving everything around.
See, I've always recommended people, if you can definitely, if you've got the computing power to do it, definitely go for having at least, I mean, if you've got a laptop, get a monitor. I mean, it doesn't have to be very expensive, but get a decent monitor, get a HD monitor.
Oh, I've got, this is a HD.
No, I'm saying other people, if they're ever, because over the years, when I first started using a computer, I was only using one screen, and it was on. Funny enough, when I was younger, it was on a toy box, right? And the resolution it wasn't even 1080p. It was it wasn't even 1080. It was a lot lower than that, right? So it wasn't full 1080p. In fact, it wasn't even 720p either. I think it was lower than that. So since I've grown up, I mean, I've got a 4K monitor on my right, and then I've got a 1080p monitor on my left. And I mean, I'm definitely going to downgrade my 4K one because I don't need it when I get the money, when I can save up. But there's just lots of things going on at the minute.
Well, this one I could have had a 32-inch. It's an Acer 24-inch. All for free, but because I sit so close to the screen, because I'm limited with the
it can hurt your eyes. It can strain your eyes.
So I tried a 24-inch telly to see how I got that on with that in front of me, and that seemed the optimized size for me. The other one is only, I think it's a 14-inch or 15-inch on my laptop.
To those that only have one monitor, not just not two or three, trust me when I say that having more than one monitor, even if you've got a laptop, is one of the best things you can do if you're doing heavy duty stuff. I assume Heather, she's got more than one monitor for when she does her work.
She's got two upstairs.
Two, exactly.
Usually during the day, so she has three running.
So she is, because she's doing a lot of work, it's so much easier to multitask and to organize things. Whereas if you've got one monitor, you've got to have everything on one screen, and you've got to try and move them around so that way you can deal. And the thing is, it can be a pain in the arse.
That's why because she does payroll. You know, she'll have one person's up on there. She'll have BWP on that one where she's doing the tax and stuff like that, and she hasn't got to keep clicking in and out.
Precisely, which is what it's there for. But just I've kind of sidetracked, but I've read something. Holly, the person that you were talking about not long ago, you know who I'm on about, was kicking off. Well, I was speaking to that person yesterday, and let's just say he wasn't exactly saying very nice things.
Well, this is what I'm worried about. You know, I was going to give him a chance, but considering I have actually blocked him in here, I don't know how he got through. So I think that is a fake account.
It could have been a fake account unless he made a brand new account just to come on.
Yeah. Because I did put out that even I told Glyn on Sunday, I said, you know, it might be a couple of weeks, but I will allow him back in at some point. But he's got to prove himself. And, you know, I do watch in the background sometimes, and he's got to prove himself that he can keep himself under control.
Well, the fact of the matter is, Roger, when he sent in messages that may not necessarily be threatening, or even if he's sending threatening messages and then he's sending smiley faces or sticking out tongue emojis with no sort of context, no, you know, that becomes harassment. Which is a major issue. And I was speaking to Sonic yesterday, and I think it could actually come down as malicious communications in some way.
I'm one of these. People can insult me.
Well, there we go. There we go. If he's not changed, then he won't be given a second chance.
No.
And this is the only thing I'm saying on the matter, because I've been keeping my mouth shut on it all, right? I've not been trying to side with him or side with anyone else, because I don't know the full picture. So I can't say, oh, he's in the wrong, he's in the right, this person's in the right, etc., etc. I've just been on the sidelines, seeing what's been going on, or most of it, not all of
Well,
it.
I will say he's had more chances from me than I usually give people.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
The thing is, as
Only,
well,
only
carry on.
because I understand of some of what he's like and how he feels, because he has got issues,
Hmm.
same as most of us, you know.
Yeah. I mean,
And
I've got issues, but
I
I
make
don't. I don't.
allowances,
Yeah, exactly.
but
Just
he
because.
went way above them allowances. Put it that
Mhm.
way. That's the thing that annoyed me, and I will not have it anybody picking on women. I don't care what the woman says or anything. I'm that sort of guy. I'll defend a woman. If they're kicking off and they're fisticuffs and the woman started it, then fine, I'll let them get on with it. But
Yeah.
it's I am, although I did work and live in some nasty ways in the past, I am quite a placid guy, really, as Holly and that tell you that have met me.
Everyone
You know,
has a good and a bad side. Everyone does. There are
yeah,
certain limits for other people. Dan will have uh, a limit that a different limit to what you might have, or
yeah,
what Glenn might have, for example. So I mean, we all have different boundaries, and you've got to know, or you've got to kind of appreciate people's boundaries and when not to overstep them,
yeah. I
because
mean, I used to I used to be around the pubs a lot, working in them and drinking in them, obviously, in the nightclubs. And you always get the one that used to sit next to you. They're boring, they're abusive. And
mm,
9 times out of 10, I used to just look them straight in the eyes and say, look, you're boring the shit out of me. Go away before you get hurt.
yeah.
Move along the bar a bit.
See, the
And
thing is
yeah,
as well, it just annoys me as well, because you know, um, I
yeah,
mean,
Tony, on the same, mate. Once I snap, that's it.
yeah, and the thing
It's
the thing is as well, you, I don't know if I've seen you like been really bad, but I know that you have had snapped in the past, not necessarily just at Nathan, but also at Fluke as well.
fluke and
Um,
crinkle.
yeah, that's right, and Crinkle, yeah. I
That was
mean,
one of my finest glory moments.
what, Crinkle or Fluke?
Yeah, telling him what a prick he was
Ah,
in no uncertain terms. I
but
even went on the next day and apologised for Pat for the way I acted on his channel.
do you know what I don't get though? I don't get what Crinkle's motive is. Why he just won't leave people alone? Why he just won't stop his old, like? I don't think he understands. I don't. Well, no, it's not that he understands. I don't think he cares. I think he just
No,
does what he wants, and he's prepared to destroy people's channels because they don't want him on.
yes,
That's
Beardy.
but
Only thing is, I'd be drinking Coke. I don't drink.
the thing is, Holly, right? When you care about someone, and they're and they say in the voice in the Discord voice chat that they're being sent threatening text messages, or sorry, threatening messages, or they're being sent messages like with smiley faces, and sticking out tongue emojis, but there's no context to it, which obviously, and we know who it is. Obviously, it becomes harassment, because you've told the person to leave you alone, and the person keeps going on and on and on.
Yeah, it's you can't really claim it as harassment because basically, unless you're doing your live private, it's an open public
Well,
forum.
no, no, it's not
Harris,
that.
good
No,
afternoon, mate. It might be
it's not
evening
that.
where you are, but it's middle of the afternoon here.
It's not that, Roger. I think you know who I'm talking about. Begin Tiff. I'll just say that. Um, she wasn't exactly receiving very nice messages from Nathan yesterday. I don't know if it was not nice, or if it was just emojis, but he kept laughing and sticking tongue out and stuff. And although he may not be, I mean, we already know what he's doing. He's trying to gain a reaction. He's trying to cause an issue with her, and she's told him to leave her alone, and he just keeps going on at her.
Anything and everything,
What's the
Para.
topic?
If you got something to bring up, mate, bring him up.
Yeah.
No, I'm one of these. If I see a message I don't like, I delete it. I'll hide it. It just doesn't bother me, mate. I've been insulted by a lot better people over my 60-odd years.
Well, funnily enough, Holly, sorry, Roger, funnily enough, after the night when, on the Sunday when you went into Dan's live stream because you was pretty pissed off that that Nathan, well, he made an assumption that he thought that it may have been you was the one that recorded the members only live stream. Well,
I wouldn't know how to do it if I could, mate.
Well, funny enough, I mean, obviously that's what started you off, and you've got every right to do that. And no one's telling you off for it.
Well, the thing
funny
is,
enough,
it was a private member's live stream.
Yeah, of course.
Out of courtesy, being a private member's live stream, nobody should. If anybody records it, it should be Dan.
Yeah, precisely.
You know, that's what
it's called. A
betrayal of trust. A private live stream.
It's a betrayal of trust.
Yeah,
betrayal of trust, effectively.
Yeah.
And the
like
thing is,
right? I wouldn't know how to bloody do it anyway.
Yeah. Because here's the thing as well. What I don't get, right? He's done that, and the thing is, after the Sunday, after he was going off on one, because I personally don't have any issues with Nathan, right? I personally blocked him, right? Although I don't have any issues with him,
exactly, Holly.
I personally blocked him just to prevent any issues from arising towards me, like I'm the problem as well. Because I don't have many opinions. I don't think he was wrong or right. I just were looking at things, and I was just being impartial, not getting involved, because that was the best thing for me. And on top of that as well, because I was also putting on the videos of Dan's live streams on downstairs, because obviously,
Murph, do you want to give us touch your nose with your arm with your watch on? Well, that's near enough. It's the wrong arm.
All right.
Afternoon, mate.
Yeah, Para's in the Philippines in the house.
Very nice.
Para's back.
Yeah, Para's back. I'm back. Oh, my Lord, what a bloody time I've had. Got COVID, I got COVID, I got pneumonia, I got a whole bloody lot. And I'm literally only just getting my voice back now.
I thought you dropped out because of the storms and that over there, but
no, what storms in Abu Dhabi, in Dubai?
We don't have Abu Dhabi now, are you?
Yeah, I'm in Dubai. We don't have any storms. I don't even look at the weather forecast. What's the weather going to be today? Is it going to be 38, 39, 40, 50, 60? Oh, yeah, it's going to be hot. That's the weather forecast.
Look at the temperatures.
Hey, you boys. Anyway, what's all the palaver about?
Not too bad, mate.
What's all the palaver about? He says, she says, they say, we say.
Oh, Nathan. Yeah. So, without going over the subject, word for word. Hi, Glenn.
Afternoon, Glenn.
Oh, bloody hell, sorry.
Hold
on. Oh, my screen's cracking. Hold on. My screen's cracking. No, my screen's cracked.
I could have been like that, sitting backstage or something. Yeah, good afternoon. I'll just put a pop on, say hello to everyone.
Oh, hello, Glenn.
Murph, good afternoon, sir.
Mate. But Pat Power, he's been offline for a little while. He's not been very well, and basically, I was the one that introduced him to everybody. That's in
you did that, Mr. Whittingham. I totally agree, and I've only made about 6 videos so far. But in the time I've been up in my game.
That's good.
Yeah, well, the things the acoustics and the things like that are going to get a lot better, but the camera situation, I've got about 8 cameras now at the moment. I'm trying to calibrate the lot, so I'm on a bit of a learning curve while I've been sick.
Glenn, have you got older since we last spoke?
Yeah, no, I just cut my hair.
No, Glenn, have you got older since we last spoke?
About what?
You got older. You got a tash.
I've been I've been down with this bloody viral, whatever it is,
Okay.
God knows what, and I just.
Maybe you grew
It's
it
making
because
your hair look
you want
funny.
to you want to be kept anonymous.
Yeah, it's me new disguise, so people don't recognise me when I
Wow,
come
wait,
online.
you're gonna be. Hold on, you could be Batman's new sidekick, Glenn.
Oh,
All
could
the
be at
best
this rate.
people go for the smooth
Yeah.
look.
Oh, they're just
Which
so
reminds
so
me.
much going on. Not feeling well, and then not thinking, oh, I've got to have a shave. I've got to have a shave, and it's just
Oh, what was that?
What's going on in
everything's
the
in
chat?
last.
Well, my only
Roger.
excuse is I ran out of shaving gel and I've been asked to go and get buy any more.
Yeah, I just ain't got round to having a shave.
Well, it's
Every time I
expensive
come
anyway.
every time I
It's
come on screen, I
Yeah,
think, oh,
we'll all be
beard's
growing
getting
beards
longer
over
and,
here because the shave gel's that expensive.
It's not that. It's the bloody blades. It's the blades cost a bloody fortune out here.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're right.
you're talking,
You're absolutely right. Yeah.
you know, I mean,
Well,
what's 400 dirham for? 400 dirham is 200 dirham is 100 quid. So you're talking 200 quid for 8 blades.
how much?
200 quid for 8 blades.
Really?
Go and get your money back.
Well, it's not that. You
It'll,
just use it
it'll
for a
cost
lot
you
longer.
just as
You end
much
up,
to plug in an electric
Wow.
shaver.
you know. Well, that's what I
Over
bought. I bought a Philips. I bought a Philips shaver, and I do all aspects. You know, it's
Yeah, I got an electric
not-
shave.
man grooming is me.
Aqua shavers, and they're brilliant.
But do you know what we've got in the supermarket downstairs? We've got tomatoes
yeah, that's something we're short of.
in from the Ukraine the other day. Yesterday was a picture of tomatoes.
Wow.
Make of that what
That's
you will.
rubbing it in, that is. It'll keep the
There is
vegans
no
happy.
shortage
We've
of
got plenty
tomatoes
meat.
around the world, only in the UK. Make of that what you will.
Yeah.
In the Ukraine yesterday, in desolated Ukraine yesterday, a woman posted a picture on Twitter, tomatoes in the shop.
Yeah.
And there's not much of a shortage on them in Europe
Oh,
either.
lost sound.
There's not much of a shortage in
was
Europe
sound.
either. Roger said.
Yeah, it's the EU trying to punish us again, basically. That's been going on for ages. And any way they can interfere with our economy, what we get in, what we go out, they do.
Yeah.
They'll interfere with it.
That's all it is. It's just
Yeah.
where we we're
And
at.
when they do decide, oh, right, yeah, we'll get some over and the prices will go sky high again because that's the only lot you're getting. You wait. Michael, good afternoon, mate. Glad you could drop in.
There's Michael. Yeah,
Down to
sorry, I
tomato
didn't say hello to everybody in the side chat. How rude. Hello, everyone in the
I do,
side
mate.
chat.
When I'm concentrating on the camera and people on the screen, I tend to forget what's going on over there.
Yeah, it was so rude. I do apologise, people. Didn't mean to be rude.
Yeah, happy Easter, Michael.
Yeah, happy Easter.
At least we haven't descended into smut yet, but there again, Papent popped up on the panel, has he? So
Where is Pap? I heard from him for a bit.
He was
Hello.
he was in the chat earlier for a brief period
Para's
of time.
gone.
So I don't know.
Well, basically, Tony, they are rationing us in a way as it is now. Although you're not signing a ration book, they're rationing what's going into the shops. So effectively, they're rationing what you can buy. Yeah, I would Lost Souls. I can do it on my own, but it's the middle of the afternoon, isn't it?
The annoying thing is as well is the fact that, I mean, if you look at this, for example, right, in certain shops, right, and they're claiming it all down. I mean, it's been going on for a while, but they're claiming it all down to you know, the Ukraine stuff and Russia and this and that. You know, you're only allowed to buy one, like, I don't know, from Iceland, for example, like 1 2-liter bottle of vegetable oil, for example, right? But you're not allowed to buy any more. That's one per person, right? And I just think to myself, what's the point? You know, what's the point?
Error.
You know, like that's like me telling you what you can and can't buy. You can't buy this from the shop. You can't buy that from the shop.
Holly, thank you.
It's like me saying, instead of having the Heinz beans, the decent brand, which from my memory, for a pack of 4 in Iceland, it's £4 now. At
How
one
much?
point, Yeah, £4. It used to be £2 at one point. Yeah.
bloody hell. I buy. I've got a favourite German supermarket just down the road from me, so it's just
Yeah.
easier to go there. Right, so I want to go to Iceland or something like that. I've got to drive right across the other side of town, get through the traffic, park up in an industrial estate.
Do you know what? Actually, I've tried other beans, Holler, and I don't really like them. I prefer Heinz, but that's just my preference anyway. Everyone's got their own
So it's like
preference.
a pound a tin. I'll get mine from our favourite German supermarket. They do them corral beans. And I'll tell you what.
I don't care where they come from.
No
they all go
difference.
through me the same way and come out the same
Oh,
way.
not that mean. You will want £1 fish.
Yeah,
That's a great meme.
baked beans. Tell you what, they're all right. And they do just.
I'll tell you what, your oil, all very, very spoiled. I'm living in Dubai.
Yeah.
If I want to go out and say I want baked beans on toast,
Yeah.
it'll cost me nearly 30 bloody quid. By the time I bought the beans, bought the bread, bought the butter, bought the cup of tea, bought the Yorkshire tea, gone out in taxi fares and everything, because you can't just walk to a shop here. You drive everywhere.
Yeah.
So for baked beans on toast, it costs 30 quid.
I mean, everybody moans about here the prices and that, but we are far, far better off than a lot of countries around the world.
Oh, without doubt.
Absolutely.
Even with what's going on now.
I don't know what the word to use. I mean,
I've got a problem with my phone at the moment. You're on a stand, and I'm charging because this charges up. But what mine isn't doing at the moment is it's lost its rotation.
Is auto rotation locked?
Yes.
Well, that's the reason then. Are you using Android or iOS?
I do not use iOS.
Okay, that's good then. iOS is crap anyway.
Yes. No, I use Android, but it also happens to be that a few beers every now and again, and I drop the phone, has disabled auto rotation on YouTube and on StreamYard, and also on anything other than those two aspects. So if I put on Amazon and I flip it, it picks it up straight away. So I think it might be a little bit of a block. Apparently, I might be saying some contentious things on YouTube, so they don't like me being rotated. They want me just being in
Well, for a minute, I thought you were on a boat and you were subsiding.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't mind being on a boat, but I'm what's that name from the Americans? I'm on a boat ship in American, but with no name.
No, I had the distinct pleasure of having my first video pulled down off Facebook yesterday.
Did you? Oh, and how did that attend? No, sorry, I looked on Facebook. Yeah, I'll have to add you.
A good mate of mine, Simon, God bless the UK, posted.
No, I've shared you a couple of times. I've shared you a couple of times, mate.
He posted a clip of an immigrant stabbing another immigrant several times.
Look, that's an old story.
And I shared it.
That's an old story. I mean, literally, it's a case that I did a video about Prudy for Prime Minister.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah,
because she was so fantastic on, we're going to get rid of it, we're going to stop this, we're going to do this, we're going to do everything, we're going to make it happen, we're going to do all of this. And at the same time when she was doing that, she allowed 1.6 million legal immigrants into the country.
Yep.
And while everyone was shouting about these 30 or 40,000 coming in on the boats, it has been the biggest con job started by Tony Blair in 1987. For fuck's sake, excuse my language, but I mean it's one of the biggest con jobs done on the world.
Yeah, there was over 50,000 that had their visas approved from Hong Kong alone.
That was a different story. That was a different story, and that was a legacy on it. And the people from Hong Kong who are coming here, yes, there will be Chinese spies amongst that group. You damn well know there will be.
Oh, yeah, obviously.
And if MI5 aren't aware of that, then you know. But yes, but I mean, predominantly, the most of the Chinese. I've got great friends in Hong Kong, and I speak to them regularly, you know. And there's a huge problem in Hong Kong with China, and it's starting with the youth, and it's going to carry on for a number of years. But if you bear in mind that's what Hong Kong has got to do. If you look at what Ireland is now, if you look where Ireland is now, and there's protests every single night outside hostels.
Yeah.
And they've been called far right. These are women with children, and they've been called far right.
Yeah, they took students out of accommodation at the universities, put them in tents in the ground so they could move immigrants into the rooms.
Yeah.
I know.
But what the danger we've got now is that if you just speak your mind, you're instantly called far right or a fascist.
Far right.
Yeah, or racist.
Rather than we're middle of the road, and all we're trying to do is centrist. And a centrist point of view is that you've got to balance the population, not overwhelm it. And there are, I'll give you a classic example. The Christian Church last year turned round and said, we are losing, we've lost, we are not the major religion in 3 major towns, 3 major cities in the UK. Right, so this is the Christian Church who says that we are now not the number 1 religion in Manchester, in Derby, and in Leeds. We are not the number 1 church. The Muslim faith is the number 1 church. Then you've got the situation where you've got Pornhub, that porn site, releases its figures every year. It releases its figures every year, and the number 1 search in the UK was Mia Khalifa, which used to be the young girl who used to like to get bumped while she was wearing her abaya. That's the number 1 search for Pornhub in the UK.
That's not something I've ever researched.
Well, they release it every year. But the point being, why is someone? I've never had the need to watch someone wearing hijab while she's getting rogered. No. Sorry, Roger, that's no reference.
Roger.
Murph, don't give him ideas, for Christ's sake. It is age. Don't give him ideas.
It's like the grooming gangs, isn't it, Glenn, over here? The majority of them are from a certain race. I'm not saying they're all from that race.
It's about understanding the data and understanding that. And I was sitting here at Christmas Eve and I heard this. I said, Pornhub have under this, and the most used is this, and the most used is that. And in the UK, and who's number 1 in the UK? Mia Khalifa. And I went, Mia Khalifa? She's the one who wears the hijab.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know one British man who knows about Mia Khalifa other than...
We'll have a clue. We'll have a clue who she is.
The global church.
Mind you, I stopped at Mary Millington when she died.
I'll tell you what, Didn't she have a throat problem?
Hey? What was that? I didn't hear that, Para, sorry.
Didn't she have a throat problem, a throat issue?
Oh, just a little bit. She didn't shave that often either, but that's another story. But I found it funny that her father was a vicar. Yeah. But he still accepted.
Yeah, that was a bit weird. That was a bit weird, I must admit.
And she.
That's a long time ago.
Through harassment from the establishment.
So back to the tomatoes. Why you don't have any? Where everywhere in the world does, including Ukraine. What's your thoughts?
Not bothered. I don't really like tomatoes.
I don't eat a lot of them.
It was something I was on Twitter this morning, and I saw a picture from someone. The place was bombed out. She did a little video of the place being bombed out, but she went into the supermarket and they had tomatoes. You know, I mean, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up.
They can get themselves out of a war-torn country and get here, but they can't get a box of tomatoes here.
Well, she was in Ukraine. She was in Ukraine, and they've got tomatoes being delivered in Ukraine.
Well, the missus come in last night when I was on Summit on here, and she said, "Don't tell them I found 5 tomatoes in the fridge. I know what we've got here."
You know,
it was hilarious. And the thing is, the bloody things will probably sit in there till they start going furry. Right, hang on. We've got someone in the back room. Can you touch your nose? Either hand. Yep, that'll do. Guess who we've got here?
Hello,
afternoon,
hello,
Nathan.
hello.
Oh, God Almighty!
First
Look.
thing I will ask is,
It was
are
me.
you-
It was me. It was me. It pops up. It was
First
me.
thing I'm going to ask, Nathan, if you're prepared to stay calm and behave yourself, I'm quite happy to have you there. All right.
Oh, I am. I did hear from the get-go and everything, but I'm gonna be nice and calm.
Yeah, but
Really
be
hear you
aware
guys.
that I will be fair to everybody because it's my channel. Be aware that there are some people that still have beefs with you.
Oh, that's fine. They can
Um,
have that beef for me. I'm not here
Yeah,
to go
but
and
I'm
cause
not.
no
I
problems.
don't want that shit dragged into
That's
this channel.
fine.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
as it stands at the moment, good afternoon to you, young man.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, how you doing, Nathan? How's your day been?
It's been good, Glenn. It's been good. It's been all right.
Oh, this
Excellent.
is getting complicated with 5 more
How's
pictures up
everybody
on the
else
screen.
doing?
All right.
Yeah,
How about
all
yourself,
right,
Nathan?
all right.
I'm all good, Jack. I'm all good. How are you doing? How's things
Yeah.
going?
Do you know what? Actually, I'm doing okay. I'm doing a lot better today than I was yesterday. Well, in fact, you know what? For the Monday and Tuesday, no, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I had the worst 3 days ever. And let's just say that.
Sounds like someone cocking a gun then.
No, no, just a can, just a
It
can.
did sound like that then.
Sounded just
I'm
like
being
a
linked.
fly.
Someone
Well,
just
let's
pulled a
just say-
slide back there, and I was like, hang on.
Someone's racking up here.
Well, no, I can barely hear you guys, but you can hear me perfectly. So that's just a bit
Yeah,
strange.
fine.
Yeah, you
fine.
honestly, Murph, you're coming through loud and clear, mate.
Yeah, but you guys, I'm sort of like straining to hear, you know?
Yeah, it might be an issue with the stream because as young Jack helped me out and explained things to me yesterday, with what I'm trying to do at the moment, I'm on my second laptop and it's nowhere near as powerful as the other one. So
Oh,
it
right,
has trouble
okay.
coping with
Yeah.
everything that I'm trying to get it to do. Sorry, Nathan, you were talking then, mate.
Yeah, Jack. So how's things going anyway?
Okay-ish. I mean, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't have very good days. In fact, I didn't really get a lot of time on the computer only because I was dealing with the fact that someone had got into my YouTube account and my Amazon account, tried to spend £75 on a gift card. Thankfully, Amazon detected that it was an unusual payment, so they actually put a hold on my account. But if the payment would have gone through my bank, but because nothing was in there, they couldn't buy anything. So up yours, scammers.
Yeah, nasty people out there, Jack, mate. Nasty
Yeah.
people out there.
But it's all sorted now. I've got my Amazon account back, and I'm going to make sure that I do things differently and whatnot. Also, my Instagram was also hacked as well, and it's been suspended. So I'm trying to get that back. But if I don't, I'm not really bothered because I don't really use Instagram anyway. So
Instagram, I don't really use it either. It's yeah.
Well, on Instagram and Facebook and anything like that, I've had mine on privacy for years.
Hmm.
You go onto my Instagram, you see cats. Go on my Facebook, you see hookers. But in all of that is my family and my friends and everything else like that. So you know,
Yeah,
it's
my Facebook. That's just set to private.
yeah. You know, it started off years ago when I first got divorced and I wanted to keep my girls separate from my wife, and I turned around and just started adding every hooker in Pattaya that I could lay my hands on. And over the years, it's grown to about 20,000. So I've got 20,000 hookers on my Facebook.
Oh, 1 second.
You're building up a guide.
Oh, well, you know, I mean, some of them are dead now.
Around the world in 80 hookers.
Roger, please.
Oh dear, I knew it had to happen, didn't it? You know what my streams end up like.
Roger,
Lucky
can I
me.
ask you a quick question, Roger?
Yes, mate.
So how comes? I mean, I know because everything's still going on, you know, and all that. I mean, just literally. So I mean, if you guys basically, I mean, I haven't really seen your Glenn's channel and all that, you know, Dan and all that. I mean, yeah, what's going on?
They're about the only ones I go on, mate. I don't go on any others. Simply because of the hassle you get on them. I just can't be asked with them. The only reason I ain't been on Glenn's, as I explained earlier in the stream, is I've been doing too many late nights, and this is affecting me physically. Nothing to do with what's going on, just the pure late nights on their own, one after another, it's slowing me right down, as it were. The fatigue comes on quicker.
It does. It catches up with
so
you.
what I've been doing is trying to lay off for too many late night ones in the week. Sundays, I always allow for sleep-wise anyway, obviously, because of Pack Live. But I'm trying to get my sleep patterns. I don't sleep for long, probably only 4 hours at a time, but I want to sleep those 4 hours at the same time every day to get a rhythm going. And then my body will set into it. I mean, I've got more appointments with the doctors coming up. And again, this is something I've got to go through with them again, especially after the collapse the other week again.
So why hasn't Dan been on then anyway? Why hasn't Dan been on?
He's been busy, mate. He's been busy. He's got loads of work to catch up on. I mean, he was in here earlier. Normally, as you know, he'd jump on for a while on the panel. But he's just flat out.
Yeah.
Plus, he's having new Wi-Fi fitted today as well. So he's going to be in and out.
So everyone is dying all around me. So at this rate, I'll just be myself and I'm fucked.
Well, I was on Dan's live a couple of weeks ago, Murph, and I just walked out the door because I was feeling a bit queasy. And the next thing I know, the missus had found me sprawled out, unconscious on the floor out in the hallway.
Yeah.
Whether it was a TIA, I don't know. Obviously, it's been a couple of weeks now, so they wouldn't be able to confirm that anyway.
Nah, not good, my man. Not good. Take care of yourself, all right?
I have been on about 3 late night lives that week.
Yeah.
And it was 2:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
go on.
It gets to the point you just don't realise how many hours you set a live stream up. Excuse my croaky throat. I've still got the you set a live stream up, you get going, and you just don't realise the time flying by.
Okay, sorry about
that.
The other thing is
before you know it, it's 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. You're like, bloody hell! I've been on here for like 7 hours. I've been doing this.
And the thing is, even when I'm not on a live stream, I'm usually sat in front of the computer working on something anyway.
Yeah.
You know, because I'm not that mobile at the moment, and it keeps my mind occupied on here, even if it's only just sat down watching some motor racing videos and stuff like that, or bushcrafting videos. That tends to, it relaxes me, but you're still concentrating, if you know what I mean.
If I can say something, sorry to interrupt. If I can say something on that, I'm 56 now, and I'm getting older in my life. And I remember my grandfather, when he was towards getting older in his life, he used to just sit and watch the TV or sit and watch something and sit and do what he does. And I remember as he got older and older, he used to just stare into bloody things. You know what I mean? And it's one of those things that we have to be careful of for mental health and for dementia and for things like that. That it's a responsibility on ourselves to actually turn around and say, right, okay, I'm going to detract from this screen now, and I'm going to go and do something. I'm going to go and do something completely different. Then I might come back to it. I recorded 16 videos in the last week. I haven't posted one of them yet because I do the video, go out, come back, review the video, and go, no, that's crap, and say, right, I'll do it again.
Well, that's what I do when this is why I've been taking a back step during the week now a little bit, is I'll turn everything off. You know, even if I just try and do some of the housework, or there's some bits and pieces I've got to repair upstairs or something, just to go and take my mind off it all, you know.
Yeah.
And that's why I like me fishing break in July. I think we're having it.
Well, I'm sort of like a bastard. I'm a bastard. I bought the cameras, I've got the sound equipment, I've got everything. I've got everything to make it absolutely professional. And then I think about when I grew up in London, where I had 300 cameras every 100 metres I walked, and I went, you bastards, I'm not putting I am not joking. I mean, look, it's there. It's all up there. It's still in its box.
I've still got all the cheap stuff here, and young Jack there's saved me a few bob by advising me on what to do with the computer now.
Yeah.
I still do it as cheap as possible. That's why I'm in the living room.
Um,
I can't go back any further because the sofa's here.
Roger, quick question. I was watching Dan's the other night. Do you know what happened to that Tunes guy? Because I thought he was going to pop onto Budge's channel.
I don't know what happened to him, mate. There was a lot of people saying, "Oh, he's a Roman, what have you."
He seemed all right to me, mate. I don't know if you saw the comments.
Like Dan said, he behaved himself on there. We don't have a problem with him. You know, if he changes, then our attitude will change. But at the time on that stream, he behaved perfectly. He was fine. He was having a laugh, and he didn't upset anybody.
Well, if he's watching right now, mate, you know, like if you're listening right now, mate, all I'm gonna go and say to you, you sounded fine to me. I don't care what other people are going to say. You haven't done no wrong to anybody else. We saw you on there. You've been all good and all that, mate. So yeah, just bugger what all those other people have to go and say. Simple as that.
Sorry, Nathan. Beardy, I can't open Discord at the moment because if I open too much, it's going to slow the stream down even more.
He's only got 4 gig of RAM, bearded veteran, so he can't really open that much stuff anyway. He's not got enough memory, so.
AMG, testing. AMG, yeah, 5x5. In text, anyway.
Bloody Discord's testing on his own.
Apparently Ben Smith's saying that's something to do with my YouTube when I'm on a phone, so it wouldn't be.
What's that? Sorry?
Roger.
I'm not hearing any reverb here.
But Ben Smith was saying something about I'm on a phone about my YouTube or whatever. Apparently there's
hard work, boys. I can barely hear you.
What was that? Sorry?
I can barely hear you. Exactly. What was that?
Everything's okay from our end.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Nathan,
everything.
Murph has trouble hearing all of us. He's actually in Dubai.
All right, cool.
I'll come out and I'll come back in, all right?
All right, mate.
Some type of reboot does help.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a problem he has. His videos are all right when he puts them up, but on the lives, the problem is his end, as it were. He's deaf. No, he's a good mate of mine, AMG. When he first popped up on YouTube, he only had a couple of subs and what have you, and I liked what he was doing, so I put him out on my channel, and he gained a few there, and then he gained a few in his own right, and much similar to me and Pap did. You know, I set mine up, people realised I was there, boom, and that's how we got to do it on here now, because YouTube won't advertise people if you're putting out the wrong stuff or stuff that they don't agree with.
The way I'd actually had to Roger's thing, I spotted Roger. Roger got sent up on my feed one day, and he was talking sense, and he'd do his daily vlog on what was going on. And I went, that's spot on. And it's spot on about the state of the nation, about who we are and where we are, and stated. And I'm talking about the state of the children in the country.
Yeah.
And so I contacted Roger and I said, look, I've got my own YouTube channel. I've only put up 6 videos. I've got another 16 to put up. I only put up 6 videos, and they're satirical. I'm more satirical, but rather I take the piss more than Roger does. You know, it's like Pretty for Prime Minister is it's a piss take on politics in life. So what I do is I give another slant to it. But I stay under the YouTube algorithm because I'm pretty much saying that your country is flooded at the moment, and it's absolutely fucking going to go to shit pretty damn soon. ISIS have actually stated that they are going to. They've put people in on these boats, so you've got ISIS in the UK.
And that's what I liked. It was the way you put things. It wasn't blatant, but I saw the satire behind it.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I do. So I make the point without making the point.
Yeah, I can hear a bit of a loop going on then quietly in the background. I don't know where that's
I mean, look, Germany today, fucking magnificent. Excuse my language. Magnificent. They brought a tank from the Ukraine, a busted up Russian tank from the Ukraine, and put it outside the German embassy. Now that's satire at its best.
Anybody that hasn't seen the link in the descriptions of my channel, Lost Souls has just posted the link to Para's channel there.
Lovely. Cheers, Holly.
There you go, mate. That should bring you a few more in.
Bring a few. Let me just.
Hello.
Roger, I'm gonna be heading off now. I thought I'd literally just go and put my head up and literally kind of just show it was me in the side chat and all that. And obviously it's been a calm conversation and yeah, been all good, mate. But yeah, I've got to go now, all right? So yeah.
Okay, mate. No worries.
Okay, Nathan.
Have a good one.
Have a good one, my man.
Yeah,
Good to meet you.
Nathan. Hang on. It's all right. No, I'm getting all sorts of messages here and.
All right,
And to all the viewers, I'm only doing this because I can't hear. I'm 56. I'm deaf. All right, so I can't bloody hear.
No, the trouble with me is I have trouble multitasking, shall we say?
Oh, tell me
I've
about
got
it.
messages there from somebody.
Well, I had a notification from YouTube this morning come through, and it's somebody in Russia complained about something that was said on my channel last night. And my YouTube channel has actually been banned in Russia.
Banned in Russia?
Banned in Russia.
Oh, geographically banned, yeah. We had a lot of that during the protests.
I got a link today.
My channel's been banned in Russia.
No, I've got a link today that are saying that the Russians are now offering you a new SIM card when you arrive.
Nice.
Yeah, you get a new SIM card when you arrive, and you plug it into your phone, and then the Chinese track you.
That wouldn't surprise me in the slightest.
This might affect the stream a little bit, but I'm trying to open something up here so I can read it because I can't remember my password.
There are a lot of Russians here in Dubai, obviously.
That's right.
Well, you're flickering just a little bit.
And that's just because his computer can't keep up.
Okay.
That's all. I mean, if he's got,
yeah, okay.
And what's your channel? What's your channel, buddy?
Problem,
say again.
Jake, I can't see it. I'm sorry. Jack, how are you? What's your channel?
So I've actually put it in my name. Funnily enough, it's the handle to my YouTube channel.
All right. Okay. And what's your channel about?
What's my channel about? Well, I haven't done anything recently, but I do like gaming stuff, and whenever I have the time, I'm planning to upload some gaming stuff. I mean, I've been live streaming Hogwarts Legacy recently, that new Hogwarts game.
All right,
it's all right. I mean, there was a lot of controversy about it. You know, about apparently whoever owns the game, you support J.K. Rowling's opinions on trans people. You know, it's got nothing to do with it. You know.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's fair enough.
I mean,
and do you?
Yeah,
to be honest,
does very good tech support.
To be honest, she didn't. Do you know what? I actually didn't hear what she said, but from what I have heard from other people, she didn't actually say anything that would be considered
She didn't say anything wrong at all. The only thing was that she got hit by the left-wing agenda.
Yeah,
and the left-wing agenda, the LGBT alliance, everyone else just went and launched it. And they launched her because she was popular. It was Harry Potter. So they went and they tried to attack her. And she turned around and gone, fuck you. I don't care.
Yeah.
Saw that
You see,
last night,
the problem you've got at the moment is that in the schools they're teaching socialism. In the universities they're teaching socialism. They're teaching the epitome of what life should be like. And life isn't like that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be like that if you import 1.6 million Arabs into the UK.
Yeah.
It's going to be more like Sharia law.
Oh. There you go, AMG.
Right, I've got some here. This is one for the older people in here. Will it go up? Will it go up? Come on, I told you to share your bloody thing. Where is it?
And bear in mind, guys, I'm the guy living in Dubai. I'm telling you as I see it. I'm not sitting in the UK pontificating. I'm in Dubai. I'm in a Muslim state. I can tell you exactly what's going on regarding any one of those fuckers in the UK wants to go and shout their mouth off over here. They'd disappear.
Yeah.
No fucking chance.
They'd disappear.
Yeah.
They wouldn't
No
dare
chance that,
shout a fucking word about the British or the Americans.
That's the nice thing about it is you're looking from the outside in,
Yes.
and you from that perspective you are going to see things that we don't.
Exactly, you know, and this is my point being. I see when the Muslim group of the UK turns around and says we're going to spend the time with the Archbishop and everything else like that, and then I look at every single terrorist plot in the UK, apart from yesterday, which was the real IRA in Northern Ireland, which was a terrorist plot, but prior to that was all from the Quran, or the misreading of the Quran.
Yeah.
I must admit I've never read it, but funny.
I read it three
Yeah.
times. All it says in the book, you cover your elbows and you cover your knees. Kalas. Never said anything about the face. Never said anything about the face.
Well, I
It said
cover
you
my
will cover your
elbows and my
elbows
knees
and your
because I
knees.
raise them all the time. It's all right. Sorry, I'm just reading some of the comments.
Are you okay? It's all right.
You know what I'm like. I get involved in on the camera, and then I lose wherever I am in this.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on camera, then I'm sort of reading inside comments.
Well, one person has come up with the answer on that clip, that meme I put up there. It's from a very old film. Well, for me, a very old film.
How old are you, Glyn?
Me, 54.
I'm 56.
No, I'm only 2 years
Bloody
behind.
youngsters in here, see?
Yeah, you know, peasants, behave yourselves.
I've only got till next month, and then I'm 62. So.
62, yeah, but you now realise that you've got to wait another 5 years for the pension.
Yeah. I already had the 11-year one. In 11 years,
I was meant to
you'll
get
be
my
eligible
military
for
pension at 55. And my birthday's on the 29th of July. Now, I guarantee you there's a devil here somewhere in the Ministry of Defence, because on the 14th of July, just before I was 55, they turned around and said, my military pension will not be until I'm 60.
Yeah.
And I went, I was getting there at 55. I had all my plans at 55, full military pension. I had everything fucking planned. And 2 months before I got was due it, they did, nah, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just keep raising it, and at the end of the day, there won't be any. All you'll do is be a kept person, and it'll be the state, and they'll do everything just to move you on. Because
Well, you see, they always calculated on that we'd be dead by now.
Yep. And anybody that tries to get their money back out of the state are looked on as a drain on society.
Well, they've always said that. They've already sent that to all of the countries that in NATO yesterday who abstained. We actually sent nearly £200 million in support of these countries that abstained in the NATO vote yesterday on whether Russia illegally invaded fucking £200
That's all
million.
they can't agree on nothing, that lot. The only thing they can agree on is they can keep taking money from us, and they just keep finding ways of doing it.
No, the guys that abstained quite rightly said, and one of them rang in today on LBC and said, he said the reason why we abstained was quite simple. He said Russia had been taking over all. Right? Russia is now controlling all of the ISIS and everything else that is going on, and they're supplying them arms, and they're supplying them this, and they're supplying that, and they're supplying that. You have got a terrorist attack coming to the UK very, very soon.
Oh, it's already happening, mate. It's just
And
individuals doing it in small areas.
not driving a van on the London Bridge. I'm talking about serious guns and everything. Fucking, you've got it all coming.
Yeah, that's the way I've been looking at it. I mean, we've been saying it for a while. It's just an invasion happening in front of our eyes.
It's an invasion happening from Tony Blair all the way up to modern day.
Yeah. It's been
Because
allowed to happen.
WEF.
It's, you know, we defended the bloody channel from a whole frigging army, yet they can't defend it from a few rubber boats.
Well,
That's it.
I read a comment today. Freedom is not given. No one is given freedom. Someone had to die to get that freedom.
Yeah. It's a barter
To get the
system.
values that you got today, someone had to give their life.
Yeah, it's a barter system.
So freedom is what's valued and what is loved by your country. Because if you go to give your life for your country and you don't come back, that is the freedom that you are given. It's a debt of honor and it's a debt of life that you owe to the people that fell before you.
Yeah.
That's how you earn your freedom. Show me one of these fuckers that came over on a dinghy that has earned that freedom.
Yeah, it's
Yet they get to sit. Yet they get to sit in luxury hotels.
I'm not even worried about the hotels because, like I say, that's a smoke screen. That's a smoke screen. It's what they're bringing in behind. It's the 1.6 million
Oh, right,
people
okay.
they brought in behind. Don't worry about these boat people. These boat people are just a distraction. They're there to keep you occupied. And in the meantime, they're bringing in 1.6 million people. They give out a paperwork today that says, "Oh, okay, are you from Afghanistan? Yes. Are you from this? Yes. Are you from that? Yes. Are you from this? Yeah. I'm Syrian. Yeah. Well, okay, you're in."
Yep.
What the fuck? Have you got any paperwork? No. You're out.
Just want to say good afternoon to Wee One. She's a big follower of mine, and she put some amazing stuff on Facebook. Good afternoon, sweetheart. But I'm just going to go and grab a can of Coke. I'm not allowed any more of this shit.
Oh well, I'll have a beer while you're doing it. But you know, these are the things that are going on. I mean, I've got Russian friends here. I've got Uzbek friends here. I've got Ukrainian friends here. And we all sit together, and they're all going, "We don't need any of this shit."
Well, that's it. None of us do, and that's like we've been on when I've been on my lives. We've chatted, and then we're all just thinking, we just don't need this crap.
This is the biggest market in the world for Western arms.
Oh yeah, the arms dealers are lapping up, aren't they?
This has got Finland joining NATO. This has got Sweden joining NATO, who never did.
Yeah.
This is turning into a completely Western grab.
Yeah, it's back to the Cold War, East versus West.
Yeah.
Well, no, you see, this is the thing. I mean, Putin is always shouting about his nuclear weapons and everything else like that. Nam Cheng in North Korea turns around and shouts about his rockets and all of that. The problem that the West has got now, and I'm para in the Philippines, and I understand the South Asian Sea, and I understand the importance of the South Asian Sea. China is about to invade Taiwan. So whilst you boys are all looking at Europe,
It's all happening now.
China is going to take Taiwan and it's going to move into the Philippines. It's going to control the whole of the South China Sea. If they control the whole of the South Sea, that fucks the whole world up. The whole channel for coming out of Korea, for all your chips and everything else like that, your chips for your cars, your chips in Japan, whatever fucking. South Korea is one of the biggest manufacturers of chips in the world. And if they cannot go through the South China Sea, your cars don't work, your computers don't work, your phones don't work. You are fucked.
It already showed what that can do to us during the pandemic, or the alleged pandemic. That once the chips stopped coming, manufacturing was the repairs. There was all sorts that were struggling because they couldn't get them. And Silicon Valley openly said, "Well, no, what we produce, we're fucking keeping."
No, Silicon Valley only turn around and think about what they can produce. They actually invent the chips, but the main chips are made in South Korea. 2 factories went up in flames last week. Why was that, we wonder?
Yep. Stop production.
Yeah.
That's but you can guarantee that the military and places like that will still be getting a supply.
The reason why America has taken 2 bases on the Philippines last week.
Yep.
So the Americans are moving into the Philippines, and in two different bases. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting time, because if you think it's only in Europe, it isn't.
No. I do look worldwide, but as I say, you're in position better to see what's going on there than I ever am here, because you're getting the local news, you're hearing what other people are saying, and you're seeing it firsthand,
Well, I just know what's going on I know from in the Philippines what's going on. I look there, I look in the UK, I look in the Ukraine, I speak to people. And so when I give one of my videos, it's more about my thoughts and not trying to give out an opinion, just
saying what you're seeing.
Yeah
That's very, very similar to what I do. I take the piss out of it in my own way some of the time, but and that's why I like the live streams. It's you can come on, you can have serious debates, you can have a laugh, and
it's all chilled out though, isn't it? Rather than
because we're not. Look, I mean, the thing that I hear all the time, I see it in the UK YouTube community, I see it in the Philippines YouTube community, and Thailand. They're all trying to kill each other.
Yeah,
I mean, there's legal cases going on in the Philippines between YouTubers at the moment, because he said that and I said this and I said that and he said this. And I'm going, what?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It really is. I mean, that's one of the reasons I stay away from channels like Cesspit and stuff like that. Because you can go in there, you can have an opinion, then all of a sudden you got people jump on you, then that gets dragged over to my channel, and I just can't be doing with it. If they want to sit there and rip each other apart, let them get on.
Look, there is a contingent in the UK at the moment with the trolling community there's a group of them, and they just turn around and they'll jump on every channel that they don't like, and this is from the left wing.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
This is from the left wing. This is from the extreme left wing. They're organised. They're very well done and done. Yeah. The reason why they've left me alone is because I actually say I'm in the Philippines.
And the other thing is, you got like, what was it, 10K agitators that are being paid by the WEF to go in and disrupt social media.
Of course. Look, seriously. Ireland is lost. UK is around 3 months. Ireland is now 25% non-white.
Yeah.
As soon as you go over 23%, you've lost the country.
Yeah, you're in the
Because
danger
those
zone.
people will turn around and start getting themselves into positions where they can vote on councils and do this and do that and do that, and you've lost the country. Britain at the moment is 21%. But you've already lost cities.
Oh, London is lost, especially with Khan in power.
You've got Khan in power in London. You've got an unelected Hindu prime minister. You've got now, what is this guy in Scotland who is a Muslim who can't talk about gay rights or whatever else it is?
Yeah, he wants all the whites kicked out of Scotland.
Yeah.
Like that's ever going to happen.
I just think it'd be the complete fall of England if you've got an English prime minister who's non-white and who used to carry a green card while he was at the Home Office for his home in Florida.
Yeah.
He's had about as much allegiance to this country as the man on the fucking moon.
It's all about money
You've
and
got
power.
a Khan as what? The mayor of London, where knife crime has gone up, gun crime has gone up, rape has gone up, everything has gone up while he's been in charge.
Yeah.
The government even took away TfL, Transport for London. They took it away and moved it to Manchester, off of him, take it away from him, because he was bankrupting the fucking tube. They took it away from him.
That's
Anyway,
what
How bad it is.
I'm jumping off, so I've got to get dinner prepared. And this and that.
Take care, Glenn. Have a good day.
Is Mum all right, by the way?
Yeah, she's all right. She's
Yeah.
weak, but she's all right. She's fine.
And you're starting to cope a little bit more now.
Yeah,
Coping with it all.
yeah, getting there.
Settling into the
Need to get
routine.
rid of this bloody
Stay strong, Glenn.
viral thing I've got. It's just that's what's just dragging me down at the moment.
All right, mate. Well, you take care
But
of
I'll
yourself.
catch you good
Appreciate you
people
dropping
later.
in as
God
always.
bless. Nice to meet you, my man.
Murph, nice to meet you.
Take care, buddy.
Chat again soon, no doubt, hopefully.
Have a good time. Have
Thanks
a good night.
for having us up. Jack, take care. Everyone in the
Take care,
side chat,
Glenn.
take care of yourselves. And we'll catch you all later. Take it easy. Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye. Yeah, Glenn's sound. He does nightly lives. Just somewhere for people to go and chat and what have you. He's not long been on himself, only a few months. In fact, he came on quite a while after you. And he
Can I finish off on my? Can I finish off on my terrain?
sorry, mate. Yeah, carry on.
Okay, so we end up with a Muslim mayor of London who's the crime has risen from robberies to stabbings to shootings to everything else under his domain, and now we've got an SNP Muslim who cannot turn around and say what he wants for Scotland. So what we've got at the moment is 3 Asian gentlemen who are pretty fucking useless.
I'll agree with that.
And
None of them are elected.
they're not related, but they probably are related via the book or by something else. I mean, the Prime Minister, his wife doesn't pay tax. Come on.
It was worth him taking the job just to get that tax relief. He probably made more out
No.
of that than he did in wages.
He wanted it because he was power hungry. He was the one who stabbed Boris in the back. And I don't like Boris, but he was, and I'm not some left wing nut here, by the way. I'm actually quite liberal. I'm quite in the middle. I'm a middleist thing. I don't trust Corbyn. I don't trust,
Oh, I don't
Boris.
trust any of them.
It's a fact. Is it not right that you should be able to work hard, earn a living,
Yep.
get a good pension,
Yep.
But you can't do that because successive governments have done that. Even under Labour, don't think that I'm conservative or I'm left wing or I'm Labour. Even Labour.
Yeah.
When all the gold was sold off and he devalued our pensions. Motherfucker, Jesus.
It's like I was always told at a young age, work hard, save a bit of money, and have a comfortable life when you need it. And now it's work hard and continue to work hard and then just survive.
Now that's an interesting. Jack, what's your view?
What's my view? So I've been zoned out. What we're talking about?
Oh, for fuck's sake, go back to your games.
That's the thing as well. If I don't really have an opinion on something, I mean, plus I do.
Well, no, it's about your future. Look, you've got two men here. You've got two men here that are saying, I'm 56. I don't know what Roger's age is, but I'm 56. We've been screwed over by successive governments, be they Labour or Conservative, on our pensions throughout our years going. To the point that we now have to live in poverty after working 50, 60 years, paying tax into the system. We haven't got an NHS. We haven't got. If you walk into any hospital now, you'll be the only white man in that hospital.
We did last time. The last time I went into a hospital to take mum for a checkup or whatever to do with her eyes, there was a lot more people that weren't white in there.
Oh, you noticed?
There were some people that there were some white people, but there were people that there were other ethnic minorities. So,
you're very polite. You're very polite.
But the thing is Jack is still very young.
I know. I'm aware.
He understands this. We've been there before, haven't we, Jack?
Yeah.
Look, I do understand that. I do understand that.
About life, But we do take on board what he says because, again, we're getting the opinions and the views from someone what I would call today's generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What we call millennials, I think.
You're a bit too young.
I've got another name, but I'm not going to hit YouTube.
There's a certain word for the generation that were born like 2000s, like 2000, 2002 kind of thing. I don't know.
Well, wait. I'll ask you a question. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, this is a serious question. In 2 years' time, in 18 months' time, you're going to have to vote.
Yeah.
Where will you vote? What would you vote for? What do you see in front of you that is going to make your life better? And it doesn't have to be.
Politics don't interest me at all, honestly.
Yeah, I know, but that's the point being is it doesn't interest you now, but it will interest you when you reach our age.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can understand that.
If you
so the decisions you make now will be something that you will actually turn around and either value or regret in the long term. And in 18 months' time, you've got to vote. So who are you going to vote for?
Yeah.
Don't know. I genuinely don't know.
You will. I've had people say, well, I just won't vote. Well, that's a waste of time because the politicians can vote for themselves. And if there's only one party who's got more than the other voting for themselves, they're classed as the majority. And in law, they've got control of the country.
Can I just say something as well? The 12,000 documents he's putting out now, the Prime Minister is putting out now, is to actually naturalise and give the votes.
Yep.
The SNP has now devalued the vote to you're 16 years of age and you can vote. So for all the white boys that sit at home and go, oh, I don't know. Well, don't worry about it because the Indians, the Pakistanis, the Afghans, everyone else are voting for you.
Yep.
And they are the ones that will end up running the country. When you go, oh, I wish I'd voted.
Yeah, and we saw that happen when they voted for Khan in London.
They run around the streets, banging people's doors. Get out, vote, 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 vote. They run all over the fucking place, making sure that they get the Indian, the Pakistani, oh my lord. And you, I don't know.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Yeah, Summertime Sue, if you look on the descriptions under my videos, you'll see a channel there, Paras in the Philippines. That is actually Murph. He has a permanent link in the description. Summertime Sue's a long-standing sub of mine as well, Murph.
Oh, right.
She's saying there, you're 100% correct.
Well, that helps. I don't think I'm wrong.
But that's what I like. I mean, as you know, I don't have a huge channel, and my lives don't have the numbers that others do. But the majority of people that come in and watch my videos and drop in on the lives are all like-minded people, and that's why I like to keep it small. I don't want the arguments, and sometimes we've had lives where there has been a serious word spoken for 3 hours. It's just been people cracking up, and
yeah, look, that's the fun of it. And I come on here and I'm not afraid of talking.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I like you coming in, mate. I'm glad you did, because it's another perspective on what's happening.
Perspective, because I live in a Muslim country.
Yeah,
and that's the difference about it,
Yeah, well, we ain't far off, are we? But
I'm ex-British Army. I spent a long time in the British Army, and until I broke my leg, I was then medically discharged, and I spent another 4 years teaching TAs. Because I was told to white carded, so I was told white card, go and teach a TA. All right, I'll teach TA. But IEDs, I was teaching kids in the TA about IEDs in 1989.
Yeah, again, that's another nice thing, because we've got several other veterans that drop in. Bearded veteran, a good mate of mine on here, Mike. He's a veteran. Who else was it? There's not Ben. I think it was Stuart in here. He's veteran. We get a good mixture of people from all different backgrounds.
Exactly. Yeah.
Different age groups, different eras, and like you say, the difference between the life I've led and the life Jack's going to lead.
Yeah.
Same with yourself, is going to be horrendous. It's not going to be recognisable as a life as we knew it.
Mm.
You've got to organise it. Look, I mean, if you got up to a larger groupage, if you got up to, say you had 10,000 followers, you would be attacked.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
You'd be attacked, and by the left wing, who are very, very organised. As I say, they're very organised, and they, you're a racist, you're a bigot, you're this, you're that, and as I say, it's the favourite word at the moment is far right. Whereas you see the homogenisation, you see the homogenisation of the Labour Party. The Keir Starmer yesterday turned around and just made a statement that might have come out of the Tory book. Yeah. And the Tories have forgotten what they were meant to be about. It used to be one factor. The Labour Party was for the people, and the Tories were for the companies. You voted them who you wanted to vote for. If you ran a company, you voted Tory. If you didn't run a company, you voted Labour.
And the thing is,
to make sure those companies will run well. You understand? That was the reason why, is to make sure those companies will run well, because they were bastards who would run these companies, and they have slave labour.
Yeah, I always say it's a gamble, because what you're actually voting on is promises. And as we've seen, a lot of them can't keep the promises they make. So in a way, it's a gamble. It's an informed gamble based on promises.
No, we're in a situation at the moment. We are in a situation at the moment that the national debt is into trillions of billions.
Oh,
It's
Yeah.
going to hurt. It's going to hurt for a long, long time.
Yep.
Right?
If what they owe the banks now, they could turn around. The banks could say, right, we're foreclosing on anything we're taking.
Well,
power.
I mean, one of the things that I found funny the other day was that when Lloyd's Bank nearly folded and the government had to buy the bank, and then they finally sold back the final shares last year, Lloyd's Bank this week said, well, we're giving out 450 million bonus to all our staff.
Right, I will say before we go any further, I'm going to be shutting down in about half an hour.
No
Okay.
problem at all.
That's when Heather finishes, and I want to spend a bit of time with her before she goes.
No problem at all.
Okay, no worries.
So just forewarning. Carry on, Paris. Sorry, Murph.
So look. I mean, the biggest terrorists in the world are in the city of London because they handle money. They work out of. They do a whole shitload of stuff that is gone. That's the reason why the Russian money came in so much. And no one worried about the Russian money coming in until the Russians invaded Ukraine.
Yeah. And I don't think how people realise how much other countries relied on Russia. You know, we knew what some of our power was coming from Europe, but as far as we're concerned, that's where it was being produced.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
I mean,
all
the
it was.
point being that you can't buy a tomato in a supermarket is not down to Russia. Leading scientists have stated last week that Britain needs to go on rationing.
Yeah. And that's why I said that's effectively what they're doing. They're getting us used to it with shortages of this. Right, yeah, okay, you survived with that shortage of vegetables. We'll keep it at that level.
I could go downstairs now and buy you a tomato and show you. I could go downstairs right now and buy you a tomato and show you. There is no shortage of fucking tomatoes.
No.
What's happening is that leading scientists, and I'll send this to you separately, Roger, but leading scientists have said that rationing is the future.
Yeah. So they've got control of what we eat.
Yep.
What we use. And that's all it is. It's about money and control. Always has been, always will be, because that's what politicians do.
But it's only rationing for the poor man.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
It's to tell you, it's to make you feel little, to make you feel belittled, make you feel small, make you feel that you're nothing, you're not worth nothing.
I mean,
We're obviously a burden on society.
The way the energy prices went up, ours went up. What was it? 200%, basically.
Yeah. While gas is at its lowest price, gas is at its lowest price in the last 2 years.
Yeah, but in Europe, the highest rise they had was, I think it was 28%. Yeah, ours went up way higher than that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, France put it up by 7%. Germany, I think it was 9%.
Yep.
Italy doesn't need gas, so it doesn't.
And ours goes up by that in one jump each time.
Yeah.
You know, it's. I just don't know where it's leading at the moment.
Do you remember when Trudeau turned around and froze all the bank accounts?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Right. Well, they realise they can't freeze your bank accounts, but they are actually turning around and freezing your food and freezing you out of your home.
Yeah. That's what they did with them, and they tried to destroy the businesses by destroying the trucks while they were impounded as well. Because they deliberately went round, slashed all the tyres, holed the fuel tanks, they broke all the windows so the weather could get in. But he's got so many cases going on against him at the moment. I mean, he can't go out in public without being heckled, and rightly so for what he's done over there, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I did follow the trucker protest, and I was putting not daily out on it, but 2-3 times a week.
He's an absolute scrote. He's an absolute scrote. He's a WEF scrote. WEF.
Yeah, he's a pretty little rich boy that inherited the position from his father, along with the money.
And the latest thing is that they're going to shut down the internet.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I haven't really looked into it at the moment.
Well, the blues over America and over Alaska and over UK and everything else like that. That was the preemptor. That's the get it into your mind.
Yeah, and it's
everything is for a leader. Look, everything is for a misleader, right? Those balloons have been going over these countries for years, for 20, 50, 30 years. They've been going over.
America
they're atmospheric, and what they're designed to do is set for the trajectory of the missile.
Yeah, America came out and admitted it, that, oh yeah, they've been flying them over for years. Okay, why have you only just started shooting them down then?
We get them in the Philippines all the time. They're tracking over. You know, to us, it's great fun. Just
and it's a damn sight cheaper than putting satellites up.
Because the good thing about the Philippines is I'm allowed to own a weapon.
Yeah. Yeah, and they're a lot cheaper over there, I would think as well.
I'm an ex-sniper out of the British Army. I'm pretty damn good. That's why I never get robbed.
I like watching some of them videos where they hand make them, you know, the copies and the what have you, and the engineering they do with such basic tools. You know, they're never going to be as reliable as the factory ones, but the engineering in them and the production is absolutely amazing. I'm very mechanically minded and I like watching that. So I watch knife making videos and stuff like that, forging. And yeah, what they do with what they've got is just unbelievable.
Well, it's not really. I mean, all it is a bloody balloon with telemetric gear on it.
Oh yeah, that stuff. I was on about the replica guns out there in the Philippines and.
Oh, the Philippines, they're not replica, they're real. I import them from the US.
Yeah, I know they're real, but the way they're manufactured with their ancient tools and tools that we would.
All of my weapons and rifles are bought from the USA. They're imported from the USA, which is very close to the Philippines.
Oh yeah, but I like the home produced ones. I like the processes that they go through, sort of making them. It's just my mechanical mind.
I spend my time, because I'm ex-military, I don't worry about the gun. I worry about what I'm doing with the bullet.
Yeah.
As I said, I'm an ex-sniper, so I've got lots of ways of playing with a bullet that can make it different.
Yeah. The big difference in some cases.
I won't go into detail, obviously, but I can make a bullet completely fucking turn around and do something. So my interest is in the bullet, in the caliber of the bullet, in what I do with the lead head and how I do it. Sometimes I might add a little bit of mercury. Why would I add mercury? Only a sniper would know.
Yeah, there are. I've heard of one or two. I've seen
different levels of penetration. Maybe, I don't know.
No,
yeah, there's
where mercury on impact, it will explode.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Because I follow the I can't remember the name of his channel now. He's a Russian guy, and what he does, he makes these different slugs for shotguns, and some of the damage them things do.
Yeah,
and it's the same with a proper round, as you say. You can make them do different things. You can make them.
I've got a pump action in the Philippines, and again, I've built all of the cartridges for that.
Yeah, it's like what was the question? One of my mates asked one day. Oh yeah, he said, why is it for personal protection that something like say a 45, a 1911, something like that, with a slower moving projectile is better than like a high powered one? I said, well, the slower is going to carry more kinetic force. It's going to take you down. It's going to do a lot of damage. whereas a high-powered one will just go straight through you and make a neat little hole and maybe a bigger one at the back.
No. I've been with a sniper. It's not me, but I've been with a
Afternoon, Dan.
sniper who's waited for two boys to go like that. One bullet, boom, boom.
Oh, the double penetration shot.
Double penetration. So no, that's you always go for high powered.
Nothing like a bit of DP.
Here we
Hello,
go.
Dan. Hello. Nice of you to
Pops
join.
in for the last quarter of an hour as usual. I know you've been busy, mate. I'm not taking this.
I might not even be on that long, you know. I've hit a wall. I've been watching you in between while I've been like rendering videos and that. I've been flipping back on, and I've had this twat here doing the broadband. Took him over an hour to do that. Fucking hell, man! Come on. I'm just absolutely worn out. I've got 3 more videos at least that I'm supposed to be putting out today, and I can't do that. They're gonna have to go up tomorrow.
Yeah, there's no rush, mate. No rush. They're not going anywhere. There's going to be plenty more to follow.
Absolutely worn out. How you doing, Jack?
I'm doing all right, actually.
Good.
The issues I had the other day, I've got them sorted. So
Yeah,
Well, he hasn't quite decided where he's going to vote in 18 months' time, so he's not quite sorted yet, but he's nearly there.
oh no, not about voting. I'm talking about like Amazon and all that crap.
I
Got
don't even.
Yeah.
If I use eBay, it's Heather's PayPal account. I don't have any accounts like that at all.
Yeah.
And they can hack into my bank account if they want. They're going to be as disappointed as me every fucking time I look at it. So
some banks don't they close your account if you don't have any money after a certain period of time?
some will. It's not about if there's money in there. It's as if there's money going in and out.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, they're watching. Anything over 5,000 in the account, they will get notified.
Look, I've actually got my first payment through from the social on my illness now.
I'm with you.
Yeah, they've agreed that no, I can't work, or I can't look for work, and if I need any more assistance, let them know, and I don't even need to send in sick notes anymore. So the assessment has said no, he's just not fit for work now. So I'm on the scrap heap officially.
I got here before you.
yeah, but that's the other nice thing is the assessor also said with her recommendation, Pip won't sort of refuse my claim that it'll more or less be easy going through because she's already done the assessment.
Right. Okay. All right. So that's a result.
So that's my next step now is bang that in.
I'm still waiting for the fuckers to go through my last change of circumstances. It's been nearly 2 years now.
Yes, somebody, I think it was Tina, said she knows people that have been waiting for over 3 years for it to be sorted out.
What's this?
Yeah, I'm not too worried about it. I just want to get back something out of the bloody system that I've paid in over the years, as Murph said earlier.
Talking about disability, Murph.
Yeah.
You know who Murph is, don't you, Dan?
No.
That's who I quite often mention, Paras in the Philippines.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, I got medical out of the army in 1998.
Well,
He's actually in Dubai at the moment.
I heard your voice earlier, Murph, and I sent Roger a WhatsApp message saying your voice reminds me of Paul Whitehouse from Harry Enfield and Sons.
Paul Whitehouse. I tell you what, that's a lot of people say it's because of the years. They remind me of Prince Charles, but I mean,
The ears ain't big enough.
No, I was born and bred in Ireland, and moved to the UK when I was 11. Joined the Paras. I was in the cadets at 11, Army Para Cadets. I was in the TA at 14, and then went into the Para Cadets at 16 with a full stripe. Yeah. And then did me time and had me fun. Nothing much. Now I'm a broken man. I'm good for nothing. Even the wife says, same position every day.
Yeah, just put food in front of me 2 or 3 times a day and wipe me ass.
And that's me, not her.
And then they come walking in with a Brillo pad, and you're like, "Fuck that."
Is that Heather in the background there, Rog?
I don't know whether she was or not. I think she's still upstairs because she's
Ah,
working
okay.
till 5, and then
Right.
she's got to go and pick the guys up because the granddaughter's getting her first boxing fight tonight.
Oh, right, okay.
It's a full-on boxing night, but obviously they're doing the youngsters and demonstration fights first, and it's her first fight. So
Oh, cool.
That's good.
Cool.
apparently she's been
Hello,
doing
everyone in
very
the chat.
well. Yeah, we've some new people coming in, couple of new subs as well, which is always nice to see. Not that I go out looking for them, but it's always nice to see them coming in.
What's your
And
channel?
I
Pat?
haven't.
My channel, Police Abusing Powers.
Please, do you want to bang the links up in the chat, Holly?
I won't see it, but I'll grab it afterwards.
Yeah, if you look at for Police Abusing Powers, it'll come up.
Oh, I've got you already. I've got you. Don't worry, I've already found you.
Ah, that's me.
Thank you, Tiff. Yeah, that's our daily reports and our Sunday night fun. Usually gets a bit messy on some of them, but
It's, there's going to be a lack of reports as of next week, Wednesday the 1st, for 6 or 7 days. I'm having a new kitchen put in. I will try and get some short reports out during that time, but I don't know how long they're going to be here for each day, and the noise is going to make it impossible to record.
How big's your kitchen?
Not very big.
How much
but
pipe work?
I have no idea.
Are you moving the boiler?
No, boiler's in a cupboard in the kitchen.
Yeah, are you going to move it or are you going to leave it as it is?
No, it's staying there, staying where it is.
3 days.
This is a housing association, so they string it out.
7 days.
Yeah, they said 6 to 7, but because they're starting on a Wednesday, we've got a bloody weekend. So, if it's 6 or 7 working days or 6 or 7 days in total, I don't know because I don't.
It'll be a 3-hour day. You've got to watch it like a bloody hawk.
Yeah.
All right. Especially on the pipe work and everything else like that, because they will turn around and go cheap, so they'll put plastic in behind. They won't even go copper anymore.
Yeah.
All right. If they are going copper, look at the boy that's doing the soldering on the copper. Make sure. Look, I've installed. I used to do housing association, and I know the pressure you're under because it's schedule of rates. It's cheap, Charlie.
Oh, we've got the
Yeah.
love birds back together in the chat. Danny's just dropped in.
Oh, hi, Danny.
Go and sit in the bath, Holly.
The kitchen should have been done before COVID started. They've done everyone else in this block, and I've been left with a shithole for the last
Fuck.
2
Yeah, not good.
years.
Not good. Not good. But I promise you, they will put decent cabinets in, but the pipework will be shit. So just watch them.
Yeah. I'm hoping not to be here for much longer anyway. They've got to do the kitchen anyway. It's I think every 10 years they have to redo the kitchen, so they've got to do the kitchen anyway. And but I'm hoping to be moved out of here soon.
And how long you lived there?
7 years I've been here.
No, so you still got another 3 years to go. Relax.
1 minute.
Hi, Danny.
Welcome to the world. Welcome to the world.
Yeah.
I take it we're still having the members live though.
On Sunday, yeah. This Sunday.
Right, not this Sunday, the following one, isn't it?
Yeah, the Sunday after. Yeah, everything will be done by then. So still have the members live on the 5th. Yeah.
Oh, did you notice we had a visitor earlier and I let him on deliberately?
Yeah,
Nathan.
I saw. He did ask after me, didn't he?
Yeah. And he was okay. He was only on briefly, but fair play to the lad for coming in. He did get blocked at first because I thought it was a fake account.
Right. Well, I don't know what Have you got access to your WhatsApp there, Roger?
Yeah, I was getting confused at this multitasking on the screen, then all of a sudden stuff started appearing on here.
Right.
I got some on Facebook, some on Messenger.
I've just sent you a message. I've just sent you a message of a picture, and the two that are circled are from that person, and they were direct messages to me through Discord that quickly got deleted. They were sent yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I know who you're on about. I'm not going to say. I'm not going to say it, but
Yeah, we'll leave that there now. I've seen that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Right.
mate. Yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, Holly messaged me earlier, and I had
hi,
to
Danny Austin.
open my Facebook on the computer. Well, here we go.
Whoa!
He's back.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back. So would you like some truths? Would you like some truths?
No, if it's going to kick off like that, then no.
Well, no, I'm not gonna go and kick off. All I'm literally gonna go and say is that Holly Tiff come and pestered me in Discord. She hasn't gonna mention that to you guys, has she?
Well, that's between you and her on Discord, not in here.
Fair dues, fair dues, fair dues.
I can't be any more honest than that, and everybody knows that. I don't care what goes on elsewhere, but it will not go on in here.
Fair dues.
Okay.
Fair dues.
And I'm not saying that in a nasty way. I just don't want it on my channel. So that's where that stands, okay? So if you want to argue with somebody that what they said in Discord, then you go and argue with them in Discord. Don't bring it in here.
I wanted to have a chat with Dan about all this days ago, but he just didn't want to accept it in Discord, mate. I wanted to go and sort this out days ago, but, you know.
Well, people have their reasons for ignoring things. I ignore them. And to be honest, I'm not being rude, but I warned you, don't bring it in here.
Well, it's been a lovely, lovely chat. Why are we getting all serious now?
This is why I stop it, mate. It's.
I was gonna say earlier, but we went on to another topic, Murph. No, there's just been a little bit of talk about someone earlier when you came in to start with.
It's been going on for weeks.
Yeah,
and it's spilled over onto other channels.
About what? About what? About what? About what? I mean, what?
To be honest,
people falling out with people. That's all.
Yeah.
Look, Roger is an OAP. He's a gentleman who runs his own project.
He is.
And anyone who wants to turn around and shout at him can shout at me.
Yeah, that's what I said. I let him on earlier, but I didn't. Don't bring that shit in here. And he's come back in again, and he's brought the shit back in here. So
I know. Look, he's drunk. He's cracking on. He's doing his own crap. He just wants to. She turn around and intimidate. Just don't let him on. Don't give him a voice.
Yeah,
we've had a lovely chat. We've had a great chat tonight. Your missus is about to come home, and you're doing your final cigarette before the end of the bloody.
Without carrying it on. I mean, I'm not.
She's always at home. She's only upstairs at the moment. She's working from the office up there. So.
All right. Yeah, well, you just relax and just have a lovely evening. It's been a very nice little chat. It's been very comfortable. Everyone's been getting on with each other. We haven't had any animosity at all. You know, and whatever is said in Discord or said in anything like that, if someone's upset, come and talk.
Yeah. The thing is, right, I've always had the thing of if it's towards a person, like so say it was towards Roger, then he should go out of his way privately, not publicly, which is what this is, and to speak to him on a one-to-one basis. Same with Tiffany or Holly or whoever he has an issue with. Again, I'm not defending anyone. I'm just saying, rather than to bring it on here.
Yeah,
I'm not being horrible,
if that
Nathan, if you are
person
listening,
doesn't re-
but I'm just
if
being
that
honest.
person doesn't respond to you, doesn't want to talk to you, that's their personal preference. Then,
Of course.
you know.
The thing is, as well,
You know,
I have this has been going on for long enough, you know.
it's been going on too long, mate. It's
Yeah,
been going on way
precisely.
too long.
I mean, you know, Dan's already got one person, you know, getting at him, making lots of videos about him and Tina. We always know who that is.
Yeah.
And yeah, expected.
Yeah, I don't even go and watch them. See, I mean, yeah, when Dan puts something up or he shows us something on the lives, yes,
Who's
I
Dan?
will watch, but I don't go out of my way to find them on here and watch them. You know, I just can't be doing with channels like that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't understand how Roger Whitman with 780 subscribers has got this war going on with Dan, who's making videos about Roger Whitman.
No.
No.
It's
It's other people, mate. Me and Dan are good
Yeah.
mates.
Yes.
Well, then, what's going on then?
Well, to be honest, it's probably
It's
best
some
not to say
people
because
enjoy winding other people up, and if they know they're going to get a rise out of them,
and they carry it on
Like-
and they carry on and stir the pot, and
yeah,
it just
there's
it never
several
ends. It's-
people that will trigger Nathan with what they say, and they'll deliberately target him to trigger him, which I don't agree with. But Nathan will bite back, and
Yes,
it
of
all
course.
gets out of control and gets out of order, and that's the sort of thing I don't want.
No, I understand that. I understand that perfectly. You know what I mean? Look, you've got to understand how YouTube came about, how it exploded, and how these live streams came about was because of COVID. We're all sitting at home. We all went, "What the fuck? We need to start talking with each other." So this became the new pub. And you know yourselves, sometimes someone has too much to drink and they say the wrong words.
Yeah.
But in a pub, you'd just turn around, you'd go into the pub, you'd shake hands, and you'd sort the fucking problem out.
Yep.
On YouTube, it doesn't happen.
No,
You've
it's-
upset me, I'll make a video about you. You upset me, I'll make a video about you. You upset me, I'll make a video about you. It's just, it gets silly. And this is all because of the COVID.
Do you know what? Some of this drama stuff that doesn't need to be like, because the thing is, it keeps getting brought up, and not necessarily by us, but you know, it always comes up in one way or another, and it's just it's like
Yeah,
the
it just
situation with
gets
you,
too
Dan.
much.
Yeah, it's a situation with you, Dan, where that person, shall we say, person, you know what I'm on about, keeps making lots of videos about you and Tina and all that, you know, and she just won't quit. You know, you don't want anything to do with her, and that's it, you know. And yet she keeps going on and on and on and on and on.
Just because the problem is people keep poking the bear.
Afternoon, Amanda.
People keep poking the bear.
Well, I need to go, unfortunately. So
when things settle down, somebody comes along and pokes the bear a bit.
Yeah.
And calls it, well,
I'm going to need to go, unfortunately. Dad's probably going to be out till stupid o'clock in the morning tonight again, like last Friday. So I'm going to miss my time on the computer. So I might speak to you tomorrow.
Nice to meet you, my man.
Take care,
Okay,
all of you. See you later.
Look after yourself, Jack. And that's why I say it's nice to have Jack in here, because we do get the view of, Jack has a problem getting things across at times, Murph, as you probably realised. He's a well-educated lad. He's God knows what he knows about tech, but a lot more than us. But it's nice to get someone's view, as I say, about where they see their life going when we've already been through ours, as it were. Yeah, like I said earlier. And
Well, a little bit different. I coach English on a Saturday, so I speak to people in Afghanistan, I speak to people in Peru, I speak to people in Taiwan, I speak to people in Vietnam, and I speak to all of them, and I get a very varied view. And I do a 2-hour session tomorrow morning and a 2-hour session on Sunday. or just teaching English, just English. But I motivate them, I push them, I turn around. So when I saw Jack, I went into teacher mode. Like, where are you going to vote? What you going to vote? What's your reason for voting? How are you going to vote? You know, so
Yeah, it's. I mean, I won't. Me and Jack didn't have disagreements, but I tried to get across to him. Look, you're trying to explain stuff to us that we've lived through, you know, and yeah, he's a nice lad. I've never had a problem with the kid. He's
he's a lovely fella.
Yeah, he's got problems at home, which we have talked about regular on here and on Discord. You know,
That might have something to do with him sitting in the basement working on a computer all day long and not getting out and meeting mates. That might have a lot to do with it.
The thing is, he has to do a lot for his parents, and he is getting in the computer, even playing his games. It's his release. It's his time, and that's what he prefers to do with it. You know.
Right, guys. Sorry, Murph. I just popped on quickly anyway, just to say hello.
Appreciate you dropping in, mate.
I was just about to say it's a pleasure meeting Pat.
And you, Murph. Nice to meet you.
Now I know who's behind the videos because I watch them every time.
Well, I'm still recovering, like Roger. I'm recovering from strokes myself, and I've got chronic fatigue, and I've hit a wall today. So I would have put some more stuff out, but I need to go get some sleep, and I'll carry on tomorrow. But Murph, nice to meet you, Roger.
Yeah, and, I know lots of Met police, and I know lots of other policemen, and I know they're all fucking bad. So anytime you want to chat, bring them on. All right.
No worries. Everybody in the chat. See you all later.
I'll probably catch up with you tomorrow.
Right, Roger, I think that's it for you tonight, my man.
All right, take it easy, everyone.
Thank you. John McQueen is made. Yeah, afternoon, Welsh lad.
That's you, my man. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely, mate. Nice to see you back on your feet.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm ready to rock and roll. So I'll put a few videos up tomorrow, and then people can see who I am. As I say, okay, I never make a decision. All I do is I give you the argument, and you can make your own decision. You make your own point.
Exactly. You take care of yourself,
God bless, buddy. Have a good night, and good night to all. All right, take care.
Take care, mate. Bye. Yeah, he's a nice chap, is old Murph. As I say, when he first popped up on YouTube, we had a bit of a chat, and yeah, I like what he does. He's well worth going over and watching. But good afternoon to you latecomers. Summertime Sue's off. Take it easy, sweetheart. Look after yourself. Who else we got in here? Lover Para. Exactly, AMG. And he's a nice bloke as well. And, you know, he served his time in his country and got the scars for it. But it's nice for him to pop in and find out why he's been absent from YouTube, basically. He has dropped in on a couple of occasions with comments, but it's nice to see him back up and running again. With plenty of tech by the looks of it. Far more than I've got. For those that didn't notice, Heather did creep in the background here. All the lights are off, so you can't see her at the moment. I don't even think turning that one on is going to make a shit bit of difference. No, it just makes me look brighter. It's never a good thing. Cheers, Serenity. Take care, buddy. Yeah, we're going to spend a little bit of time with Heather now before she's got to go back out. So I'd like to say thank you to everybody for dropping in this afternoon, having a bit of laugh. Yeah, we had one or two interruptions there, but yeah, she's run away, wee one. I think she's putting the oven on because we're going to have tea before she goes out. It's nearly ready.
Yeah.
Oh, dinner's nearly ready.
I've got to go in a bit. Hello and goodbye, everybody. I am here. It's one of those days. My granddaughter has an exhibition.
Yeah,
boxing
I've
fight.
told him.
Yeah, I'm telling him again. So I'm running around like a headless chicken, but I'll catch you all another time.
There you go. But take care, everybody, and thank you for joining us in here. It's been another nice one today, and I will try and keep them that way. I will try and do a bit more regular lives. They've been a bit hit and miss lately, but hopefully things will get better when I get the other computer fixed. But until then, everybody, I won't name you all, but you know who you all are. Thank you very much. And absolutely stay safe, stay strong, stay free from the fear. Take care, guys. And podcast.